Hey, what's going on, everyone? Griffiths, Alvaro, Quakesy, Danny, Mons, welcome on into the live stream. Season 5 of Marseille. Thought we'd pick things up with a bit of a live stream recording. I know a lot of you might have been following the series, so we've got some incredible Youth Academy players here. And I kind of want to see how the team progresses a few seasons in. Quentin, welcome on in. Danny, still need to watch the last episode. Might want to watch it before the live stream. I mean, I'm not going to spoil too much, but yeah. I mean, the last episode, we're eventually moving on to a new career mode save. So yeah. Celtic, what's going on? Romero, welcome on in, guys. Let's do some quick recap for Marseille. Last call. If you don't want any spoilers, probably moving on from the live stream. I'm going to be talking about last season recap and what we plan on doing here with the 5th season. No way, glad you're continuing. Yeah, I said in the last video that I want to see how some of these Youth Academy players progress. I think we'll do this for more of our career mode saves because, you know, in terms of viewership, I do want to move on to a new career mode. I think it's about time for like a long-term series, but honestly, I've really enjoyed the Marseille save and I wouldn't mind doing it even more for live streams. Good to see that you guys are enjoying it as well. But yeah, this is the Marseille team. Start season 5. If you guys watched the last episode, we probably need to make a couple of changes here to the starting 11. I think I've been favoring Cordova more in the midfield. He was kind of the hero for us. So Rongier moves to the bench. Cordova goes to the midfield. We make him a center attacking mid. And this is kind of the go-to starting 11 right now. Afenu up to an 82 as well. We've got Thiago Silva's regen back on loan at an 86 overall. Not too shabby. But yeah, we got to make some decisions here. Ledesma up to a 78. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun 5th season, I think. In terms of the transfer budget, we've got 152 million to work with. So I mean, if we're gonna try to repeat as Champions League winners, certainly got to cash for it. You have Rongier 93. Dude, I totally wish Rongier could have been better in this career mode. You guys know, if you've been watching the whole thing, he was amazing early on, but for some reason he just stayed stuck at like an 84, 85. And now 29 years old, he probably won't get much more than the 86, 87. Check objectives. Yeah, we can recap board objectives and all that sort of stuff. We might as well just make this like a live career mode episode. Yeah, objective overview. We're up to 96 manager ratings, so no problems there. Maybe actually featuring some Youth Academy players this season. I do want this to be more of a Youth Academy emphasis, so we'll pick up one player from our Youth Academy. I think you guys know who it's going to be. And maybe feature him in 50% of matches. Brand exposure, streak of 7 games without defeating home matches. I think we can do that. One crucial defender. Finances, making a 3 million profit from Youth Academy player sales. Another objective that we'll have no problem with. Winning the league title, winning the Coupe Nationale. And again, reaching the final of Champions League. They don't even want us to win it. But if we take a look at our Youth Academy, the main reason why I wanted to do this save is because we have this guy. I don't think I've had a better Youth Academy player than him. Genuinely. Like, homegrown talents excluded. 93 to 94 potential. Center attacking mid. This is all his default statistics. He already had a 5-star weak foot. Already had the 4-star skill moves. I haven't changed any of that. Just put him on an advanced playmaker role. But I think we have to see how good he ends up being. Maybe we send him out on loan to get like a massive boost to his rating. Alpha, we just started up the live stream about 5 minutes ago, so no, you're not late. You're all good. Let me catch up on chat here. Can I sign Neuhaus? Maybe. We'll get some transfer suggestions going on. I think maybe we make an improvement to the midfield. Please do Leicester for your next save. It's going to be in Italy. I wonder if you guys have any predictions what the next career mode is going to be. I've got a lot of ideas for content, but I think for a long-term series similar to Marseille, similar to Valencia, Wolfsburg, that sort of stuff, it needs to be a pretty recognizable team. And there's really only 2 clubs with a real stadium in game in Serie A, so I think it's fair to say it's going to be either Inter or AC Milan. We got some happy birthdays in the chat. I think I saw, who was it? Is it LFC? LFC Joel. Happy early birthday in 2 days. Celebrating on a weekend. Good stuff. Flick, did I say Alan St. Maximin? Yeah, he was our most recent addition in Marseille. I think like a lot of you guys are saying it's Inter. We'll have to see on Sunday. I mean, I thought a lot about like what I wanted the career mode to be. I think there's some really interesting storylines in Serie A. Fiorentina, there were actually like a lot of shouts for it in the comment section, and I kind of want to make a video about Fiorentina, maybe even like a retro one from like FIFA 13. For, in my opinion, like that's kind of Fiorentina glory days when they had like Jovetic. That squad was iconic. So I want to do a video on them. I think Torino would make for a really interesting like one single video episode. I just don't know about a whole entire series. Parma, another one. I've got something in mind for that. So we'll get the series started once the latest squad file is updated on consoles. And then yeah, we'll be seeing like more rebuild videos definitely in the summer. I really want to push out more and more content, guys. Lately I've been uploading about every 5 days or so, but ideally I would want to have one career mode episode coming out every week, and then like one other type of video, whether that be a tutorial, a rebuild, or collaboration like I did with B. I did see that news about Argentina. Yeah, who was it? Was it River Plate that had to field their center midfielder as goalkeeper? Serie A will be licensed for FIFA 22. It will indeed. Yeah, I think FIFA 23 is when they're going to lose the licenses. Teams in Serie B, there is no Serie B in console FIFA. If I did like PC, I think you can technically do it. What do you say, guys? Should we get some transfer suggestions going on? I think also in this career mode save, it might be a quest to get Hernandez up to a 99 rating. He went up +3 last season. He's only 21 years old. So if we can have our first 99 rated player, it might be this career mode. Milik is 30. So we have to make a decision like whether Solis is going to be our starting striker. I think we can get one more good year out of Milik before he starts going down in his rating. Same could be said about Amavi, so maybe signing a backup left back for the future. Tomiyasu is only 25, Chletatsar 27, Santon's 28, so I think our back line is pretty much set. We'll sign maybe a crucial left back so we can meet that board objective. I think also goalkeeper, making a decision there, because Rulli, while he's been great in this save, he is 32. Midfield-wise, I think we're pretty much sorted. Kamara, pretty young. Bazor, yeah, they're all like 27 or younger. So I think maybe a potentially a striker signing and a potentially left-back goalkeeper signing. That's kind of what I'm thinking, guys. Also, what are we saying about our youth academy? If we want to fulfill the board objective, we need to feature one of them in 50% of matches. I don't know what to do with Samuel Welsh. Like whether to sign him and send him out on loan, keep him in the youth academy. We've got a couple of good options here. Really, any of these 4 players I'm comfortable promoting. I can get Magnan. Yeah, let's start with goalkeepers because there's a couple of good French options. I think Magnan's probably the most popular. I did see that Hugo Lloris might have fallen down in the order for Spurs. He's 37, but he's at an 85 overall. He's gone down a bit. I think probably someone like Meslier could be a good signing from Leeds. Only 24. He's actually over at Wolves now. That was a pretty recent transfer. Put him on loan. That's the smartest move. Yeah, I would agree with you. Workout Flick for the Serie A career mode. You should rename at least half of the Italian stadiums. Personally, how do you rename them in the game? Is that something you do on PC, Workout? Because I know you can rename them at the start. Do I recommend the PS5 FIFA? I wouldn't get a PS5 just for FIFA right now. I know it's like, I was very fortunate to get mine pretty early on from online pre-order, or like an online order from the PlayStation Store directly. Honestly, like if you want to upgrade eventually, yeah, I would probably just pick up a PS5 when you actually find one in stock. I think FIFA 22 is where we might see some more improvements, but your guess is as good as mine. Let's keep some trades for suggestions going, guys. Goalkeepers, left backs, strikers. I think those are the areas that I want to improve in. Nubel or Hoffman? Nubel could be a shout. Marseille have featured a couple of German players in the past. I wonder if Manuel Neuer is still playing. 5 seasons in? I think he might be. Yeah, 38 years old, 86 overall, contract expiring in 12 months. Dang. I think we try to keep it realistic as well. So if there are any good like French players at either striker, left back, or goalkeeper, maybe leave that in the comments or in the chat. We can also revisit some players like that we considered signing in this save. So I know there's this Ligue 2 striker that plays for Toulouse. I think his name's Adli, right? Let's see if he's still there. Okay, Adli has moved from Toulouse. It's Amin Adli, 24 years old. He's over at Stuttgart. They've made some good transfers in this save. They also signed Thiago Almada. So taking a couple of our transfer targets. Ferland Mendy, yeah, that would be definitely one of the higher potential French left backs, right? Only 29 years old in this save. Contract expiring in 12 months. Baller, what's going on? Good to see you here. Yeah, slightly earlier for the live stream today. Digne's 30 and an 85 overall at Spurs. Coming right to the transfer window. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, 129 of you guys already in the live stream today. A lot of hype for Marseille. If you guys want to help support the channel, leaving a like on the video helps massively. And yeah, if you have any transfer suggestions for strikers, left backs, or goalkeepers, ideally realistic transfers. Maybe there's someone that you wanted me to sign the save and I never got around to them. You can leave them in the chat. A couple of you guys say Nuno Mendes. Let's see. Only 22. Still at Sporting. What are you guys saying here? A player that doesn't have a real face in game. Would he be a realistic transfer for Marseille? I know a lot of Portuguese players do play in Liga. What's so popular about Nuno Mendes? Is he linked to a big transfer over the coming summer? Should we check out Waman? Let's see if Waman's still at Stuttgart. Loki, if Waman is still there, that's a really strong Stuttgart team, and he is. I mean, maybe we have to move to Stuttgart in this save. Like the fact they've got Thiago Almada, Waman, and Adli as well. I'm gonna get some other players that I was considering in this save. Instead of Saint Maximin, I was also definitely considering Cherki, who is actually at Torino. Club we might make a video on later. I think I would probably use him more as a center attacking mid. Looking for this Tavares guy. Here he is. At Villarreal, okay. We're not gonna get Girassi in this team. When we did the Lyon journeyman, he's the dude that scored against us, man. He's got a real face in game though. He's at Hoffenheim. I feel like a lot of French strikers playing the Bundesliga. Flikiify. Who else? Sebastian Aller. I think he's switched nationalities, but he used to be French, right? Should we get Aushish in here? Let me see if I can spell his name. No, I can't. I think he's still at Saint Etienne. Yeah, here's Aushish, showing great potential in this save. I think maybe we start with that left back objective because the board wants us to sign a crucial first team defender, and it's a critical objective. So while I'm all right with Amavi, you know, let's sign up a high potential player. Just looking and see, like, if we sort by overall, I think Mendy would be an amazing improvement. Pretty popular in Kuruma and Ultimate Team, though. Tavares would be a good shout. Slightly lower rated, though, than Amavi. Nuno Mendes at the 83. We got Nori as well from Angers. Yeah, right now we're looking for left backs, guys. Someone that can probably fit into the first team right away. So if they have a lot of potential, then you might as well leave them in the chat since we are 5 seasons in. They might be towards the upper end of their potential, but also any like world-class left backs that would be realistic. Guys are saying Digne seems realistic. And the only thing I'm concerned about, like, it's a good rating, but he is 30. Like, that's the only thing I'm concerned about. That pace is going to start going down pretty soon, but having a real facing game would be nice. Actually, we could build on the storyline that, you know, how we beat Spurs in the Champions League final. Should we get another Hernandez on the left side? Theo Hernandez. We'll get that Hernandez to Hernandez link. Still at Milan. 26 years old. I kind of like this signing. Good in the pace department. Let's see where he needs a little bit of improvement. Defensively, he needs a little bit of work. High medium work rate, so we could use the attacking fullback role. I think Theo might be the move. It's a fantastic face scan as well. The Hernandez do on the left. That's what I'm thinking, man. That'd be pretty cool. Any final suggestions, though, at left back? Seen a couple of shouts for Firpo. For some reason, I feel like he's moved away from Barcelona, but hey, he's at Chelsea in this save. Here's Firpo. Didn't realize he had a face scan. I could see this being a good transfer as well. You know, making the move from Spain to Chelsea and then to France. Alphonso Davies. Weindal. Noah Katterbach. Let's see. I don't think Noah Katterbach will be at too high of an overall. He's at Stuttgart or Fulham in this save, actually. Right now, I'm still thinking Hernandez, though, guys. Unless, like, I mean, this isn't a bad transfer either. Taking him away from Lyon. A Brazilian left back. Also pretty good in the pace department. Needs a little bit of work in sprint speed, but all light and dark green for the physical and mental attributes. Technically, he's not great at finishing and like the shooting attributes, but we don't really need that as a fullback. That's not a bad transfer either. Nice to see this live stream. Yeah, it's pretty hype. I'm happy to pick up the career modes more often. I think that's honestly the move. We can do this for, you know, a season or two, see how Hernandez progresses. If we can get him close to a 99 rating, I think we have to keep on doing this career mode. But yeah, even when the next career mode starts and eventually ends, we can pick that up as well. All right, so I think we got it between Lodi and Hernandez. I'm gonna let you guys make the decision, though. I don't really want to sign Mendy for the save just because he's pretty popular. I want to try out some different kind of players. Dine's not bad, but doesn't quite have the overall rating. So, yeah, I think it's between Theo Hernandez and Junior Firpo. 26 and 27 years old. Hernandez has the slight edge on the overall rating. So let me know who you guys would want to see. I think the Hernandez link on the left side is going to be hard to pass up on. Hernandez all the way, he's rapid. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about with the Hernandez link, maybe you're new to the channel. Yeah, this is why. This is our homegrown talent that 5 seasons in, we've got him up to a 92 overall. Pretty ridiculous statistics. I think Hernandez is the go-to. So let's see how much we have to pay. $67 mil is not bad. Low key for an 86 rated left back, 26 years old. Do I think Solis should move to Manchester United, stay or in Greece? I don't know about a move to Manchester United for him. Like, is he going to get much play time? What do you guys think? I mean, he's proven to be a goal scorer in Greece, but the question is, like, you look at some players, some have more or less flourished when they make the move to United, but you look at someone like Depay, who, you know, he just didn't quite fit into the Manchester United team. He eventually found his way at Lyon, but I don't think the United move really helped his career from PSV. Okay, so they say 108.9 million. I think if we can settle on like 75 to 80, I'd be good with it, because I want to make 2 signings in this transfer window. Let's see what they say about 75. I don't think they're looking to budge, guys. They want 100 plus mil. I think I can get away with probably 2 more of these. What are you guys saying? I think it's too much personally. 108.9 million. I mean, low key, I'd be all right with starting a Mavi this season, just giving someone with like a crucial role and feature him occasionally for simulations. That seems like a lot, man. That would only leave us about 45 to 50 mil to bring in a new striker, which is arguably an area that we need more improvement. Inflation goes crazy. That's the thing. Like, how are they going to say 67.5? Both the valuation and our assistant manager said that. And the Milan out here saying 100 plus mil. I'm gonna end the talks, guys. That's just too much. I mean, it would be amazing to have 2 Hernandezes in the team. Let's see what our other options here at left back. I mean, just giving Digne like a crucial role just to fulfill the board objective wouldn't be the worst thing. Nuno Tavares might be a good move. If we want the pace, that would be good. His balance is a bit low. Jumping's low. He's one of those players that I think would really benefit from an attacking fullback depth play, and I think it would help with his like passing. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him hit like an 86, 87 by the end of the season. I'm seeing some shots for Zinchenko. You guys think Zinchenko would be a realistic transfer? I can see it in the sense that maybe City have signed a new left back. He's over at Barcelona. Another player with a pretty cool face cam. He's got like the same haircut as Frenkie de Jong. We could try to take Lodi away from Lyon because they are kind of challenging in the title race. At this point, it's probably us, between us and PSG, but I mean, 86 rated player. Right now, I'm kind of leaning between Firpo and Tavares, though. Try Digne, check his price. It's got the long throwing trait, which is kind of cool. So assistant manager is saying between 53 and 70. And then 59 and 82. We could just pay his release clause at 73.6. I'm gonna see what we can go ahead and try to pick him up for. 50 mil. We'll just start around there. And they say 80.5 with a sell-on clause. So if we remove the sell-on, I think we can probably get this to around like 65 to 70. And if not, we can just pay his release clause. What's going on, Slap? Good to see you in here. We're saying one of the best in the career biz. Glad to hear that. Albie. Just trying to finish out FIFA 21 strong, and big plans for FIFA 22, guys. Big plans, big plans. I think it'll be a good year for the channel. I mean, this year has been amazing too, so wouldn't be able to do it without your guys' support, showing up on these live streams and the videos. You guys know I really do try to keep the career modes interactive. It's a lot more fun for me when I am able to bring your feedback on board, so yeah, big shout out to you guys. Is that a Marseille jersey in the background? I wish. It's kind of the same color scheme, isn't it? It's a Sounders jersey though. All right, I'm just gonna end talks here, and if we need to, we'll pay the release clause, because I think it would have been just as much, if not less. Really, no actions available. You can't just go ahead and pay the release clause? Oh, fair enough. Discord invite is invalid. Let me go ahead and fix that. Let's see. All right. Discord should be fixed now. For some reason, I think Fairpo we might be able to pick up for less. They're saying 80 mil. I think 65 would probably be a good price point. Spezia would be dope for a career mode. Yeah, I mean, maybe for a single video. Like, in my opinion, in my experience, like, a club kind of has to have that name recognition to work for a longer term save. I don't know what it is about these left backs, man. They're all way more than what we anticipated them being. I'm just like torn. You guys were saying Digne. I just feel like we would need to sign a younger left back as well. Lindahl is a good shout. We did use him a little bit for Southampton. He's over at Dortmund, which I think is kind of like a realistic transfer. Malacia, let's see, 24 years old at Juve. Hey, that 50% growth though. There you go, baller with the statistics. I do want to sign a player that's like, you know, you don't see in every save. Like, on one hand, we do need to sign someone that has a good overall rating. But, you know, I do want to keep the career mode unique. I don't want to sign too many players that it feature often. This Mendes guy could be a shout. Only downside is he doesn't have a real face scan. Sliders are actually over on the Discord, or if you don't want to check on Discord, they're in the first episode of the Marseille Career Mode. You can watch it there. Let me check out this Muasa guy. I'm not seeing him here. Here he is. Interesting, at Hoffenheim as well. Yeah, I would agree. Digne doesn't get signed very often. Nico Schultz, I think he featured in our Ajax career mode, actually. Delot is another player, but I think he's got a preferred right foot, right? Is that Crystal Palace in this save? Interesting. I'll get Pedro Porro in here as well, because I don't think I've tried him out this year. But again, it's another right back. Leeds career mode, that's kind of tough. Like, let's say what transfers would be like. I would say definitely some players from the championship. You know, if you got any high potential players, then maybe look at them. We got Kakache on Let's see. Used him for the Schalke video at the start of the year, but Liberato Kakache. Oh, he's still at that club though. What's his potential these days? Because surely it must have been downgraded. We'll do a quick check over on FIFA. I mean, 83 potential right now is not bad. I don't know if he would be a crucial first team player for us, but I'm surprised he's still at that club. Yeah, Sar for the Leeds career mode would be a good shout. Seen some shouts for Brandon Williams. Luke Shaw actually moved to Lyon in our save, and he's gone to PSG. So a lot of English players actually making the move to Liga 1. Interesting. Interesting. All right, I'll get one or two more players, and then we'll move forward a week so we can get a full report on these guys. I do want to make a signing here pretty soon. Let's see, Oliveira. I think there's a few of them. I think it's this guy, right? Yeah, 84 overall at Getafe. He's still at that club. I believe he starts there. Vindal is already transfer shortlisted. Stupinan, yeah. Wrong guy. Got a free agent here. Who is also from the same nationality, I think. We got... Okay, so they've got two quality left backs at Milan. They've got Hernandez and Stupinan. I don't know why they're saying 100 mil for Hernandez. I'll get Tierney in here as well, and then we're going to move forward a week. Still at Arsenal. And then we'll kind of shift over to strikers slash goalkeepers. But before we do that, I think I maybe want to set up some scouting networks. Let's promote these Youth Academy players as well so we can try to loan them out. Samuel Welsh, you guys already know. 93 to 94 potential. 4-star skill move, 5-star weak foot. Hopefully he gets that big boost in his loan. I'm sure he has potential to be special. So we'll promote him. And then what are you guys thinking for these other players? I want to try to meet that board objective of featuring them in 50% of matches. This dude needs to hit the gym. But, what are we saying here? I think Rafael Santos looks pretty good at center attacking mid. This guy has good pace and dribbling attributes. Passing and shooting isn't the best. Let's just go ahead and promote all these 64 plus rated players and see which ones we can loan out. And then which ones we try to feature. Scouting networks will do the same thing as what we typically do in the career mode episodes. We'll do a network for 6 months in France. And I'll leave it up to you guys to pick these other nations. We got some shouts for Argentina already. Let me see. In the last episode, we did what? Brazil and Ghana, because those were the two most successful countries. Yeah, that guy needs to hit the gym. I like the bodybuilder emoji. Baller. I think Argentina, that's probably the most common nationality for Marseille, actually. One of, if not the most. So we'll do 6 months, maybe for, what do you guys say? Maybe a winger could be good. Winger usually brings back some strikers. I like to get some more strikers in our youth academy. Did I just do Brazil? I just did Brazil for 6 months. So I guess we'll do Brazil and Argentina in that case. Sick. Well, we got a winger from Brazil. Let's do... I think physically strong from Argentina. Physically strong or technically gifted in this case. All right. So we got enough players in the transfer short list. Still need to wait back on some of these guys overall. But yeah, I think we'll be good. Just looking through the rest of our youth academy. I'm just going to wait and see if any of these other players do end up having good potential, but I think we got the best ones already promoted. We'll loan list them as well. If you guys don't know, loan listing players is one of the most effective ways to see their overall rating improve. So we'll get him on the loan list, as well as all these other guys that have returned from their loan. Low-key, Thiago Silva's regen could make his way into the starting 11 eventually. Zeros is another one of those players that, you know, one more good loan spell and we might have it there. Afenu, I don't know about him, man. Do you guys think we should keep him in our starting 11 or try to loan him out some more? Because he's proven he's decent enough. This is Ribery's regen that we're still trying to grow in his rating. Keep him as a super sub. All right. Sounds good. Lopez should be leaving temporarily because we had a transfer offer accepted. So yeah, we'll make a decision with the starting 11 here pretty soon. I think Ledesma could make his way into the subs. 78 overall. Yeah, he's getting close, so I might loan list him as well. Okay, let's move forward in this sim then. Lodefenu and recall Cordoza. Yeah, Cordoza is the Brazilian, what, right mid at Borussia Mönchengladbach. I think we also... Yeah, we do have an update on Cordova. He can get finally converted from a right wing to a center attacking mid. I want to hear some predictions because he had... I mean, I'm not going to say he's like one of the GOAT players of FIFA 21 that I've used, but if he can keep up the form he had in the last episode, he has to go down as like one of the best midfielders I've used in game. I mean, he's like, with how he was playing, he was up there with Rojas, he was up there with Ward-Prowse. You guys are saying he's going to get a +1. This is center, right wing to center attacking mid. And I think it's really the high work rates plus the decent pace that did it. How many games do I play in a season to keep it fun? I do anywhere between 5 to... I typically do 5 to 6 per episode. So that means, I guess, 10 to 12 per season. Man, it's just an 83. I think it is the passing that's letting him down. But let's see what we can do here for dev plans. Shadow Striker would be good for the pace and shooting. Or we can do the attacking midfielder. That's going to help with most of his passing. Really the important stuff. So that's going to get his pace up. It's going to get his passing up. And then I think eventually we'll switch over to the other one once his passing is better. Yeah, that should work out perfectly. We could look for some regens too, guys. Yeah, 5 seasons in, we're going to see a lot of players have already retired. We found Thiago Silva's regen. I'll see if Messi and Ronaldo are still playing. Messi's 37. He's at Barcelona still, so he's still good to go. Ronaldo's a year older, right? "39 years old. And he's still at Juve, man. Not even showing retirement yet. That's ridiculous. For some reason, he looks a little off in game. I don't know if they like updated his face scan recently, but looks different than I remember. I mean, he does not really look that usable anymore, unfortunately. Maybe just for free kicks, but let's see. Buffon will have retired, so we could look for Buffon's regen. Any other like iconic players that played for Marseille? Guignac comes to mind, so we can look for a Guignac regen. I want to see how Tovon's getting on. Speaking of Juve, Still in 86. Yeah, Cavani, having spent a lot of seasons for PSG, could be a shout. He's still at United, 74 overall. Yo, Benzema. Yes. We should do a quick look for free agents as well. Benzema's still at Inter, that's right. Let's see, Sergio Ramos is still playing. And at Chelsea in this save. I don't know what it is about this Marseille Career Mode, but like, all these players are playing till they're like 38, 39. They're not even usable in game anymore, but it is what it is. Ozil is retired, actually. Okay, so it would be a German center attacking mid that plays in the Turkish league. I think we started this career mode after he made the move to Turkey, so we'll check Premier League and Turkey, but do 16 and 21, and yeah, I should be in the Super League. Here we go. Amit Kutska. Contract expiring in 12 months. It's gonna take a while before we get a full report back on him. Any other like pretty good Ligue 1 players that we should take a search for their regen? Neymar's still in the save. Mbappe's still in the save. Di Maria, I think, retired at the end of the last season. So we can maybe look for a Di Maria regen. I'm trying to think of other iconic Ligue 1 players. Verratti's probably getting up there a little bit. He might be 31. Yeah, he's 31 years old. Hazard could be a shout, low-key. 33. Still at Real Madrid. Did Godin ever play in Liga? I feel like he's most known for La Liga and Serie A. Olivier Giroud could be a shout. So I'm not sure where he would have retired, though. That's the thing. Whether he stayed at Chelsea for his whole career. There's probably going to be a couple of French strikers that pop up here. But we'll start with Premier League. Two players. I feel like between the two, it would probably be that guy. The one with the release clause, but we'll shortlist him. Valbuena doesn't have an amazing overall. Otherwise, I would agree with you. Yeah, he spent a lot of his career in Ligue 1. Lloris is still playing. We already have Thiago Silva's regen. Keylor Navas still playing. I think that covers like most of, you know, those high potential, high overall Ligue 1 players. Unless I'm missing someone, but we'll see if we have any transfer offers coming in already. Santon's transfer offer. Manchester United, 31.7 plus Serginho Dest. I mean, I don't think I'll accept that, but that's not a horrible offer. A 23-year-old right back. He's significantly lower on the overall. But potential-wise, he's probably around the same. That's not a bad offer if we could increase the price tag. Dang. Low-key, that's a little bit tempting. The market value is significantly different. 68 mil versus what? Santon's is probably like 125, yeah. So I would want to see like at least 60 mil on top, but that's an interesting offer from United. I think Santon still has a couple of good years left in him though. But at least they're offering like some higher potential players. Like it makes a little bit of sense. I still think that the game needs a little bit better like coding or however you do it to make the offers a little bit more appealing, because they always seem to be below the player's market value. This isn't a bad offer from Roma either. I mean, if we want to make an upgrade right now, we already have a backup goalkeeper in Zidane. We probably won't get much more for Rulli. if we get like 40 mil for him, he's coming off a season where he had the most clean sheets in the league. I'm gonna revisit this offer in a bit, because I think that's pretty decent. I mean, if we do want to let Rulli go, who do you guys think would be a good replacement at goalkeeper? We've already got a couple of Frenchmen in the transfer shortlist. I think Magnan would be like the logical upgrade. The only downside to like French goalkeepers is I feel like not a lot of them have a real face in game. Like Lloris is kind of the exception, but especially the younger high potential ones. Hey, we got Macwell in the chat. What's going on? Maybe we could look for like regens or something, but yeah, I don't know if Meslier would want to move from Wolves. He just went there. Is this a new season? If so, what is the budget? We're working with about 150 mil. And yeah, as far as Marseille goes, I'm gonna be picking up this series for live streams, and then we got a new career mode starting in a couple of days. I'm just waiting on like the squad update to be released on console. I think current predictions are like early next week it's supposed to come out. It's already out on PC. So yeah, I'm kind of waiting on that, and then it'll be a Serie A career mode for like the proper YouTube uploads, and then probably doing this live streaming stuff. I don't know. Right now we're live streaming every Friday. Maybe we'll add another day on top of that. We'll see. But yeah, you guys seem to be enjoying it. So for me, it's like live streaming is all about the interactivity. So I find it to be more fun, you know, when you guys are able to give your transfer suggestions and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, if you guys have any other goalkeeper suggestions, let me know. I think right now Magnan would kind of be the top player. Still have like 2 or 3 good seasons from him for goalkeepers. I would like to make this left back signing though. We can try to revisit. I mean, Malacia isn't bad either. 84 overall. I don't think he's got a real face scan though. Neither does Weindal. Zinchenko could be interesting, but I feel like he's more of a proper like center defensive mid, center mid, like stats wise, than a fullback. Yeah, we'll get Lafont in here as well. He's one of those players that I kind of forgot about. Only 25. 83 overall. Not much worse than Rulli, so that could be a shout. And as not too much has happened yet, we're just like kind of shortlisting players and then getting things set up for the save. I feel like Tavares would be the best upgrade for us, because I should just pay his release clause. Low key, 73.6 isn't bad. That'll still leave us about 75 mil to work with for another either goalkeeper or striker upgrade. You guys are still giving some goalkeeper suggestions with Livakovic, Donnarumma. I don't think I've used Livakovic this year. I don't think I'll sign Donnarumma for this save. 85 overall. Huh. He starts at the same club that Vardiol does, right? The name of the club is, for some reason I can't think of it, but Kieran and Tierney. Yeah, Kieran Tierney. I mean, I know that the Arsenal supporters are some of the more passionate ones for transfer suggestions. I mean, let's see. Are there any Scottish players in Liga? I'm genuinely curious about that right now. I'm gonna look up top foreign countries in Liga. because I can't think of any Scottish players. I feel like it's Bundesliga and Premier League, as well as obviously the Scottish Premier League. Let's see, players from foreign clubs in League. The most are from Senegal, which is interesting. I'd like to get some more like Senegalese players in here. See how Sadio Mane is doing. As far as Scotland goes, I'm not seeing them. There's one US player in Liga, Timothy Weah. One Canadian player, Jonathan David. I stand corrected. Fraser Hornby. Center forward playing for Stade de Reims. He's got Scottish and English dual nationality. Incredible. He's only 21, to be fair, so he might have some alright potential. Ooh, Areola. I mean, I don't think this would be a bad transfer either. The reason I passed up on him in the actual career mode is because he was playing for PSG. But now that he's at Bayer Leverkusen, I think it's kind of fair game to sign him. Baller, I know I can rely on you for those real face scan players. That's kind of your forte. Can we take a look at the team? Yeah, let me showcase the team because I know a lot of you might have joined later on in the stream. So this is kind of what we're working with. The main objective now is like we've accomplished pretty much everything we can with Marseille. I want to progress some of our youth academy players, so I've loan listed some of them, and then trying to get Hernandez to that 99 rating. I think we can do it. He went up +3 last season. He's only 21 years old. We might even be able to I think left wing is probably his best position, but if we work on his shooting, he could be a center forward / striker too. Do I like using Milik in game? Really, I think he's quite good. You can't use him as like a pacey striker, but if you have like fast wingers around him as like a target man player, he's been amazing. Sign a midfielder, SMH. I mean, the thing is like the midfield is not our strong suit for overall ratings, but they just play so well, man. I wouldn't mind taking Bazor out of the starting 11. So, but Cordova, he's earned his spot, man. He was a freaking hero for us. I think Areola might be the move for goalkeeper, though. So we're going to go ahead and try to pay Tavares' release clause and see how much it's going to be for wages. I think it's going to be like 75 to 100K, most likely. We'll give him that crucial role so we can meet the board objective. Gendosi could be a shout. Yeah, absolutely. More Arsenal players. But I think he's at Hertha Berlin in this save. 3-year contract. And then we'll disregard the release clause. Is Amavi bad? No, he's quite good. It's just that the board wants us to sign a crucial defender. I don't think we need to improve at center back or right back. So, I mean, signing a younger left back is kind of the only reason I want to make this signing. So, I think we can probably just say 100K for the wages. At this point, Champions League winners, he's going to want an upgrade. We could probably get away with like 75, 80K. But yeah, Amavi, if you guys haven't used him this year, would highly recommend. Even for like a Premier League save, I think you could build on that storyline. Because who did he used to play for? He used to play, I think, at West Ham. I think West Ham for a couple of seasons. Might be wrong about that, but he definitely played in the Premier League. I feel like a lot of Marseille's players actually made the transfer from Marseille to the Premier League and then returned to the club. I don't know what it is. But yeah, Amavi, he's really good in game because he's got the 5-star weak foot, which in my opinion is like one of the most underrated attributes and like stats for a defender, especially. I'll go ahead and offer 80K because think we probably get away with that. Yeah, he just wants a signing bonus, no problem. And just like that, it's the first signing of the summer transfer window. Let's go ahead and sort out his kit number right away before I forget. Stick him on a depth plan. So I'm thinking probably the attacking wide back here. It's the only one that doesn't change his skill, move, weak foot, or work rates. It's going to help out with his passing. He doesn't really need the pace boost, but he's going to get it anyway. Yeah, we'll do that for Nuno Tavares. And then, let's see. Kit number, he's currently the number 2, which might be just fine. You know who we need to look for, though? A Mandanda regen. I forgot he retired. I need to see if Pyatt's still at the club, actually. Because I let his contract run him out. Need to see if he's retired as well. And maybe signing Radonjic. That was so annoying, man. I quite liked Radonjic in game, but because he requested a loan move, I added him to the loan list, and then no clubs actually offered. So I don't even know what to do there. So let's see. He wears the number 5/13 for Portugal. He seems to like the number 5 and 13. So let's see if we can give him either of those. I think we give him the number 5, and then Diop can take over the number 3. I might just transfer list Diop in this transfer window because I never really played him. Just didn't get on with him. So there we go. We got Tavares in. There you go. First move the transfer window. They're already saying Alvarez, Santos, all our youth academy players surplus. It is a lot for him, like over 20 mil above his market value, but he's got to get a boost in his rating, no problem. So where does that leave us now? We need to sign a goalkeeper as well. I think we go ahead and accept that offer for Rulli. Like, I do want him to, like... Let me know if you guys have this at all in your own career mode saves, but do you, like, build an emotional connection with the players? Even if you transfer list them, you want them to succeed? Does that make sense? Like, I don't want him to just sit on the bench somewhere. I could see him starting at Roma. But we'll check the Payet and Mandanda regions as well. But, like, I don't know. I feel like Rulli didn't get the respect he deserved in the career mode in the comments from some of you guys. Some of you were saying, like, we should transfer list him. Back-to-back clean sheet leaders in Ligue 1. He just doesn't have the overall rating. Iago Aspas. Let's see, he probably featured in the Celta save, didn't he? I haven't used him this FIFA. I mean, that's the decision to make. Do you guys want to keep Rulli at the club, or should we make an upgrade? I think if we don't have Rulli, then maybe we look at some players that used to play in Liga, or we could look for a regen. I feel like low-key and Mandanda regen wouldn't be all that bad, because, well, he's going to be difficult to find, right? I think if players retire for your club, they go to the free agents typically. Because Mandanda has a decent overall to start with. So Mandanda region could be the move. It's just finding him is going to be tough. I think what I could do is, like, I'll go ahead and, like, load up my previous save file and see, like, which of these players are already in the free agents. It's just a tough call because I know I can go ahead and check the birthdays as well, because they should have the same birthday as Mandanda. But they should also be showing great potential. Thought the career mode was over. It is for the YouTube series. I'm still gonna live stream it from time to time because I personally want to continue to save. It's just for, like, viewership's sake. It's time to move on to another club. I just feel like I've built upon the storylines I could build upon, so I'm ready for another, like, long-term save on YouTube. But I'll still live stream it from time to time. That's kind of like the lifespan of a career mode save, at least for my channel. Because we move at such a rapid pace, I feel like anywhere between 8 to 10 episodes is kind of the typical lifespan. Yeah, I mean, what a name for this guy. Jan Mustache. I hope he's the regen because that is an incredible name. Xavier Sechi, also incredible name. But I feel like it's got to be one of these guys, right? I think what I'll end up doing, guys, is doing some research off stream because it's going to take me a while to find Mandana's regen. So maybe we go ahead and keep Ruli for now. See how he performs, see if he can still get clean sheets. And then we can make a striker or center midfielder signing. I think to start with, Tavares will probably feature off the bench. And then it's up to you guys. Do you want to see another striker signing? Milik has one more good season left in him before I think he goes down his rating. Or maybe Bazor turns into more of a super sub. It's just that we have a lot of like quality midfielders already. Like Bazor and Rongier can fit into most teams. Assign Mustache and start him. I'll have to see what his rating's like. Hey Liam, what's going on? Welcome to Flick Faithful. You should get access to the emotes. Always hyped to see channel members joining up. Get some hearts in the chat for Liam. Maybe check and see if I still have my Streamlabs going. Because I think I do need to update it for that new membership tier, actually. Well, let's see. We'll keep Bazor here for now, but I think Diep will probably get transfer listed. I just want to make sure we have one good quality backup available. Low-key, Gaya might end up becoming a center back. Because that's kind of his preferred role now. I'm going to see how long it takes on a dev plan. A Lacazette regen. I don't know what it is about the Arsenal players, but yeah, we can take a look at that. I think this is the move, guys. Gaya can turn into more of a backup center back. He might even get a boost in his rating because look at his stats. Outside of heading accuracy, he looks incredible. He's got the pace. He's got decent enough passing, dribbling. I know that's not where he plays IRL, but I think in this career mode, we turn him to a center back. So that sorts that out. We have a center back, a left back. We should sign Waman. I think we already got him on the transfer short list. Let's see. Laka is still playing, 33 years old, and he's at Roma. Interesting. I think we've got most of, like, the iconic Marseille players already in the short list. I'll try to find Gignac and his regen. Should be a pretty easy one to find. And he's apparently not in Mexico. Let's see, Gignac. Forget like what position is going to be. Maybe striker, center forward. Yeah, striker, center forward would be in the free agents, so. Do like 16 to 21 here. Just too many French strikers, man. Hopefully it would be one of these guys, because they've already got like that slight green in their rating. And then we need to try to find Payet's regen as well. So Payet, he's a left winger slash cam. That should be pretty easy. I'll start by seeing if he's in the free agent first. Yeah, Dimitri Payet retired, so that's good. Let's see if we got a player here. That's one of these two. Let's see. This guy's the left wing / right wing. This guy's interesting. Maybe he got updated. I'm looking at the latest squad file, I think. Did Pyatt just disappear? What's going on here? Like, all the squad files I'm looking at has him as a left wing cam. Searching free agents? I already did search free agents. I mean, we could update this file, but I'm not seeing them. What are your thoughts on trying Fiorentina as your next career mode save? I do have some thoughts on that, Liam. I think Fiorentina are a really interesting career mode. I'm just a little bit concerned about like the longevity of the save. It's the only thing that's really stopping me from doing the likes of like Fiorentina, Sassuolo, even Torino is that they don't have a real stadium in game. So right now I'm kind of leaning towards one of the Milan clubs. I'll go ahead and make sure to like obviously try to keep things realistic, because for, let's say, AC Milan for an example, if he just signs some more high potential players, you could probably win Champions League with them in 2 seasons. I would definitely go ahead and add some things to the career mode and make sure it's enjoyable long term. Hopefully make for like a 3 to 4 season save. Did I make Pyatt a cam? I think at the end we did. Yeah. So is he going to be a cam in this save? That's interesting. I hadn't actually thought about that, but you bring up a really good point. So I don't even know what positions he's going to be then. So it might be cam left wing. Something like that. Whatever happened to Wolfsburg? I did overwrite that save file. But another one of those career modes that, you know, we kind of won everything there was to win. Have you ever tried a big, massive team career mode or just mid-table sides? I think the biggest career mode I ever did was Liverpool in FIFA 16. But back then, to be fair, they weren't exactly massive. You could make your argument that Wolfsburg is like a top 4 team as well, but at the time that we started that career mode, this guy could be it. Marcus Lafont. I feel like it's got to be him. But yeah, getting back to like the whole Fiorentina and all those other club career modes, I want to make some videos on Fiorentina, but I think it's going to be like maybe like a retro career mode video, because in my opinion, Fiorentina have some great players like Ribéry, but I really associate them with like FIFA 13. I'll actually go ahead and showcase their squad in FIFA 13 if you guys don't know. Maybe you just started playing career mode, but they were a pretty iconic team back then. I mean, we'll take a look at their squad now, and it's like, it's an interesting career mode for sure, because they've got some like former career mode gems like Dragowski, I think in FIFA 16 or so. Look at his changelog. Yeah, even like this year, he has 83 potential, but I think he's more known for like, yeah, around this time. FIFA 16, he had 86 potential. Look at that upgrade, 79 to 86 potential back then. And then it went down a couple of seasons. Had a little bit of a loan spell, and he seems to be doing better now. But of course, Ribéry, pretty iconic. Rest of the players, you know, not too familiar with. This guy looks pretty good. So a couple of good Serbian players, actually. Jose Callejon, pretty well known. But if we look back at like maybe FIFA 13 Fiorentina. There's just something. It's the Mazda kit with Stefan Jovetic up top, man. Even Quadrado's pretty well known. Lazic is maybe how you pronounce it. But yeah, Fiorentina back in FIFA 13. Even FIFA 14 with Giuseppe Rossi, pretty good. But yeah, that's kind of how I think about Fiorentina. I want to make some videos on it, but I also want to make sure the career mode is going to be enjoyable for a couple of seasons. But yeah, definitely don't worry. I'll make sure the career mode has our own Flickiify twist, keeping things realistic. That website is so FIFA Reese. But where were we? We can continue with trying to scout out players or make another signing. Maybe as another RCM. We've got kind of a box-to-box midfielder with Cordova. I'd like to keep him in the starting 11. Bazor can move to more of a midfielder. I'm all right with that. Ideally, we would have a left-footed winger coming in eventually. Why do I hate Jolinton? I don't have any hate for Jolinton, Birdie. It's just, I don't know. I don't know if he's the right player for the save. I guess if we want to find another target man, he's not a bad player. I'll try to look into renaming the stadiums, Roykauf. Does that mean you have to see what like the default stadium is for each of the clubs and then rename them? I guess that's what you would have to do. But then again, since we're doing like one of the Milan clubs, you don't get to rename them. Kasper Dolberg is a good shout. He's over at Spurs in this save, which is really interesting. You could say he's like a Harry Kane replacement. Go to edit teams and stadiums. I'll try to look into it. I'm sure there's like a YouTube tutorial on it. James Rodriguez regen. Let's see. James. Didn't realize he was a right winger. But another interesting move at Leverkusen. I don't know. Leave it up to you guys. Do you want to? Would you rather see us sign another striker or a center midfielder? I feel like we have squad depth at those positions, and Zolas could take over as the new striker. I mean, he's more of a super sub right now, but give him another season, I could see him at like an 85 rating. Where do I think Harry Kane will go? Man, I have no idea. I think staying in England, but like, let's say he leaves Spurs. I feel like whatever club he moves to is going to have to pay like some sort of premium price tag. Sell Laurent, man, I don't know if I can do it. I get your reasoning, because let's say we take Bazor out. I don't think we need too many midfielders. With that said, we could change Rongier, because Gay is going to move to a center back. We could convert Rongier to a center defensive mid, and then maybe stick him on the defensive midfielder depth plan to help improve the pace and defending. I just don't want to get rid of Rongier, man. He was so good at the start. Imagine Harry to Bayern. I don't think that would happen personally. I could imagine it, but like, with how Lewandowski's playing, they're not going to be able to bring in another world-class striker. Tips for making YouTube videos while averaging 0 to 8 views. I can definitely understand where you're coming from. I mean, I think the biggest advice I can give about YouTube, and I don't think it really matters so much about subscriber size, because it's something that I have to remind myself of a lot, is just, I think the most important quality in any YouTuber is just like, I guess, what's the best adjective to describe it? Like tenacity, basically sticking with it, because Like YouTube, it's very much like a long-term game. I feel like I've been able to experience it myself because I took a pretty long break between FIFA 17, we'll say FIFA 18, FIFA 20. So like 2 to 3 years. And I just feel very fortunate that I've been able to like build up a community again because, you know, I was in a position not that long ago where I wasn't getting nearly as many like viewers and all those metrics and whatever you want to call it. But, you know, I think if you have like a plan behind your channel, I guess like a message behind your channel, something you're going for, just keep staying true to that. And I think everything will come in time. But yeah, I mean, YouTube, it's tough when you're starting out. You just need to find that certain niche to grow an initial audience, and from there you can kind of expand. I could see Kane somewhere in Italy. Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. I think he just needs the right team around him. I'm sure he wants to win some trophies, and I'm not trying to troll or anything, but I think any player that wants to be successful. Sign Tolisso, that's a good shout. Let's see. Another player that played in France for Lyon, but 29 years old, at AC Milan. But yeah, I kind of agree, and that's my top prediction, to see Kane in another English team. Kane to City. I wonder, well, Dortmund have Champions League football for next season, so they're probably going to keep Holland or try their best to keep him. Gonna get into a couple of these training drills, guys. I don't think we've had any gameplay yet in today's stream, so an hour 20 minutes in, I want to do some penalty kicks. We are scouting out Dolberg. I think he might be the signing because I want to sign like a good future target man player. So someone like Dolberg or even Joelinton would be pretty good in my opinion. Let's see. PKs against the keeper. Definitely need to switch up the players here because we're not having our defenders take it. And we've got players out on international duty. So Souls can go in. Maybe a Fenu? Who else is good? I'll swap St. Maximin on one of them. All right, let's get into it. Maybe Bakayoko? That could be a shout. Is he still at, he was at Milan for a bit, right? Is he back at Chelsea? All right, good start. Solis turned into that penalty kick merchant. Great timing. See, that's when it gets a little bit annoying because you green time the pens, but sometimes you still hit the post. I feel it's a little bit dangerous to tuck it completely into the corner here. I mean, if you get a player with really good penalty statistics, you can see St. Maximin's circle is not the best. So I think we'll retry this drill once we have like Milik and all those players back. Yeah, we're not doing too great on this one. What a save from Rulli. Still trying to keep his spot in the starting 11. Bakayoko is at Napoli now. Interesting. Napoli are another team that are pretty good for career mode. We did a journeyman save with them not too long ago. Let's see. Bakayoko. How's he doing these days? I feel like he was super known in like the Ultimate Team community. And I don't know. I guess that is him in a Napoli. Sure, he looks a lot different than from what I remember. But he's at Southampton in this save. still waiting on a few more scouting reports. I think these take like 20 to 25 days. Do I think Juve is going to get UCL football? I think it's going to be a really interesting weekend for Serie A. I mean, I'll admit I've already done some research on AC Milan and Inter. I think depending on how AC Milan play on Sunday and their situation, if they don't get Champions League football, I think we have to do a career mode with them, guys. If they get Champions League, it's another story. But considering how they started this season, they were first in Serie A for a long time. Zlatan was having like arguably one of his best seasons, and then all of a sudden I feel like once they had, I don't know what the derby between Inter and AC Milan is called, but once they played each other and I think Lukaku got a goal or two and Inter won that match, that's when things just went downhill for AC Milan. And now they might not even have Champions League next year because they have to play second place Atalanta. Juve, I assume they're going to get a win because I forget who they're playing, but it's not a very great team. But essentially, like, AC Milan, I forget who they were playing. Maybe it was like Benevento that they played last weekend, and they got a draw. Like, they just needed to win. They got Champions League, and they didn't get it. So, I think if they get no Champions League next season, it's going to be AC Milan career mode. You guys were saying the scouting report. Let's see. Where was it showing it? Oh, Adil Ashish, is that who we're talking about? These two players? Okay, let's sell me out on loan. It's one of our youth academy players. Yeah, they were supposed to be Cagliari. That's right. I feel like, you know, that's a team they should be beating. I mean, if they're playing someone outside of the top 4, top 6, that's how it is. One more tip for realism. Do the Europa League groups somewhere they aren't like they are IRL. Yeah, that's an interesting one. I would try my best to go ahead and replicate it, because I think the reasoning for that is because some of the teams that are in Europa League probably aren't licensed in FIFA. But I definitely would want to reflect the realism as much as possible. Kind of what I'm thinking right now is like AC Milan as a career mode, and if they get Champions League, then maybe I need to rethink things, do someone like Fiorentina. And then if we still have time at the end of FIFA 21, I really would love to do another Bundesliga career mode. I think Stuttgart would be a really fun one. Conte has literally gone from Chelsea to Inter to now Manchester United. Yeah, it's one of those things I'll think about, Will. Like, if they make Champions League, I think that's the... I'll say it this way. If they don't get Champions League, I think it's an AC Milan career mode. That's what we're doing. If they get Champions League, then I'll think about some other clubs. That's kind of my thought process. So if they end up losing on Sunday, expect an AC Milan career mode coming out soon. I'll check out this Scarlet guy, who doesn't appear to be in FIFA. I got an idea for Parma, Chris. I just don't know if I could do like a long-term save with Parma, because there are some storylines you can build there, like trying to re-sign Buffon or his regen. I know that's a storyline. I know they used to also have some icons, so if I ever did a career mode on PC, maybe importing some icons in that Parma team, kind of like what we did with Kaiserslautern. But I think what made Kaiserslautern so good is that we started in the 3rd division, and that's not something you can really do with Serie A career modes. Scarlet's in a later squad file. Yeah, that might explain it. So what I think I'll do now, guys, is we'll play the first match of the season. Try to start off the year with a trophy celebration. And I'll kind of see how my weekend goes. It all kind of depends on when the squad file comes out for console. If it does come out today, then I'll probably get going on a recording career mode episode for next week. Pop Gaia offer, we're going to reject. More we're going to accept. It kind of depends on timing, because I've got like one basically video recorder that I could release anywhere between Sunday and Tuesday and then start recording the next series. I kind of want to wait till tomorrow or Sunday to see how Milan does. Senesi's not a bad offer for Tomiyasu, actually. He's left-footed, but Tomiyasu is so good. I'm going to reject that. Yeah, I've got to give Pez a shot, to be honest. Never really played much Pez, but I know for like game faces and realism, they do a pretty good job. So I hope Pez comes out with a really good game next year, because anytime we can see some more competition between FIFA and other football games, I think it makes the scene better as a whole. Will there be any co-op career mode episodes soon? We'll see how the summer goes. I mean, maybe bring some more people onto the channel and do that. And we got, I don't know what it is about Arsenal, man. They just keep coming in with offers. Thomas Partey is not a bad one, but again, the market value is lower. He's aging. Yeah, I saw the Mason Greenwood face scan on Pez, and it looks pretty nice. Seen a lot of shouts for Fiorentina. I'll give it a think, guys. But again, it's like, for me, the having the real stadiums in game really adds to the experience. And while Fiorentina is a big club, they don't quite have the same name recognition, in my opinion, as AC Milan and Inter. A lot of things to think about, and I'll leave it at that. Any predictions though for Gaia? I think he goes up to an 83, 84. Get Ribery back to the heights for one more season. I'm actually surprised to hear so much support for Fiorentina, if I'm being honest. I knew there was like, they're a team I thought about as well. But yeah, I don't know. In the last episode of Marseille, I saw you guys kind of coming out. So he has to increase at least +1. I'm hoping so. I think like an 84 is my prediction, and he's an 83. I'll take that. I mean, plus we can put him on the stopper now, or I think sweeper might actually be better. I think the heading accuracy is probably what's letting him down. We could also do the defensive center back. Yeah, let's do that actually. Yeah, Gaia is actually really underrated for his rating, in my opinion. It's just he has kind of like a weird distribution of stats. The important ones are good though. I think FIFA definitely need to upgrade him for next year. I don't see any GeoGuessr happening today, Roykauf. Let's see. Chaletatsar, another offer from Barcelona. And just a straight 119 mil. I'll tell you what, guys. At the end of today's stream, I'll be 100% transparent. I fully anticipated starting recording for an AC Milan career mode. But I'm seeing a lot of hype for Fiorentina. And I'm not going to lie, I did think about them for a save. All I'm concerned about, though, for a Fiorentina save is, like, the first 3-4 episodes will be good. And then I think viewership might start to take a hit. I think finding ways to keep the career mode interesting. It's like, I don't know. I just, the thing that concerns me about them, if they had a real stadium in FIFA 21, I would 100% be down for Fiorentina save. But it's the lack of a real stadium for me. If you guys in the chat, I know you guys that are watching the live streams probably are tuning into as many videos as possible. So if you guys can just let me know, like, which of those two crew modes you want to see between Fiorentina and AC Milan. It's a tough call because I think AC Milan would probably help with, like, growing the channel, but at the end of the day, I want to make sure it's a career mode that you all enjoy. Run a poll. Maybe I do a community poll. I think there are two good things that you could do for, like, Fiorentina and AC Milan. Fiorentina, you can build on the storyline. Like, having Ribery at the start is a big plus. I actually know him quite well from his time at Bayern. I'm gonna go ahead and reject this now for Chaletatsar because this is kind of important, guys. Like, I want to make the right decision for the channel. I know it's like worst thing that could happen is, like, it's not the best career mode for a month or two, but ideally we go ahead and, like, have a career mode that's really good for a couple of months, helps the channel grow. We go into FIFA 22 strong. ACF slots on, exactly. It's like there's some really good storylines for both of them. I'm just, like, kind of concerned about the long-term longevity for Fiorentina. I'm gonna go ahead and make a save file here for Marseille. Just overwrite this season 4 one. And then we'll kind of take a look between Fiorentina and AC Milan. I'll go ahead and make a graphic to post on my community page on YouTube. So maybe stay tuned for that either tomorrow or later today. And we can kind of take a look at things. Because I did plan on doing an AC Milan career mode. Like, that was kind of the top pick for me. If they still don't end up getting Champions League on Sunday, I think I still will do a AC Milan career mode. But if they get Champions League, then I'll be a little bit more tempted to do Fiorentina. I kind of agree with you, Martin. That's kind of my thought process. I think whatever career mode I do, I'm going to find a way to make it interesting. And a lot of you guys that are watching the live streams and tune into the channel, even if a career mode would be good and fun to do, it's just like, I do need to make sure, part of, like, doing YouTube is making sure it's, like, a successful channel for viewership. It's not the only thing, and it's not even the top thing that I chase and try to go after. For me, it's like making the most entertaining content is, like, #1 priority. But I think I can do that with an AC Milan career mode, which also allows me to help grow the channel. It's kind of one of those things for YouTube. It's been what I've been thinking about kind of recently. Just trying to balance the two is important for me. So we'll run through things, starting with Fiorentina. This is the squad. Kind of a 3-1-4-2. The Purple Boys, no longer with that Mazda, but there aren't a lot of purple teams in FIFA 21, so they got that going for them. We got some alright players. I think finding a way to incorporate Malkut would be good. Dragowski, I think you should have a real face in game. Of course, you guys know Franck Ribery. Yeah, I think I would still do a Fiorentina video regardless, guys. either in FIFA 21 or, like I said, like a flashback to FIFA 13. I'm definitely interested in Fiorentina. I just don't know if it's the best for a long-term save. That's like my main concern about it. So it would be a lot harder than AC Milan career mode. The thing about Milan is, like, they don't have the best overall players at the start, but they've got amazing potential, right? I think Kessi's in the mid to upper 80s. Then Acer is quite good. I mean, we did a career mode challenge on them last year, so we know how successful they can be. But I think some storylines that I would want to build in this, there are a few things you could do with Donnarumma. Like, there seems to always be at the end of every season, like, some rumors that he might leave. I am a little concerned that he's going to be too OP for the save, because if you guys don't know, if you have a high overall keeper for simulations, it tends to give you good results. So I don't want to progress too quickly. I'm definitely want to keep that in mind. But I think bringing in players like Tomori on a permanent basis would be really good. Building upon the Zlatan storyline, you guys know I like a target man striker, so that'd be good. Çalhanoğlu for free kicks could be nice. And then, I mean, you've even got the other Maldini here, who now has actually like one of those silhouettes. I think trying to loan him out and trying to get him to a good overall would be nice. You know, the next Maldini. I don't know. It's a tough call. I think there are perks for both. Maybe we should just go ahead and sign Jovetic for this save. Could be iconic. Of course, Sandro Tonali, career mode legend as well. But yeah, I think the only downside to AC Milan is it could be a little bit too easy. They've already got so many high potential players. I'm going to be making a community poll later, guys. It'll be on my community tab. So if you guys don't know how that works, you'll probably get a notification on your phone anyway. But if you guys don't know, you just basically head over to my channel page and there's a community portion of it. So just stay tuned for that later. I'm going to make a graphic for it, and then I'll probably post it in a couple hours. Fiorentina and those purple kits. The purple boys. Going strong. Do a poll now. I need to make a graphic for it first. So I think we'll probably just round off the stream there, unless you guys want to see the Coupe Nationale action, or we can do it at the start of the next stream. Oh, I would 100% sign Jovetic for Fiorentina. 100%. If I did a Fiorentina career mode, Jovetic is getting signed. I would do a lot of like the flashback players. Stay tuned for it, guys. I want to do a graphic first. Those tend to do a little bit better on the community posts rather than just like a text-based post. I'll do the Coupe Nationale, and then we'll close out the stream. And then, yeah, it'll take me about an hour to get the graphic ready. I already have the concept pretty much done. I mean, I can even show you guys like the general concept I'm going for. Let me try to find it though. Let's see. I think it's here. It's not there. Here it is. So I'll just upload an image real quick. Browse. Desktop. Essentially, it's going to look something like this, guys. Of the Elgato. Yeah, it's going to be like one of these kind of polls. I was thinking between AC Milan and Inter Milan initially, but yeah, it's a little graphic I'll post up, except I'll place Inter for Fiorentina. Same sort of concept though. But yeah. Is it okay if I ask on the Discord server about people's squads for my Instagram? Yeah, I don't mind if people want to submit their squad. Yeah, if you just want to post in the FIFA 21 tab, that's alright. All right, so we'll simulate forward to the Super Cup. We got a lot of competitions now that we won Champions League with Marseille against Borussia Mönchengladbach. Interesting one. Solus wants to get the start. All right. Yeah, it's an interesting one for the next career mode save, because I almost feel like my channel has become, you know, for some reason or another, like, in my opinion, a Wolfsburg save shouldn't have performed as well as it did on the channel, but I feel like sometimes people tune into my videos because we're kind of doing like those really niche saves, you know, almost like the people that are super into career mode kind of come and watch my content, which I'm down for. Like, that's the sort of community I'm trying to build. I'm not trying to do like these super high profile teams because I don't find that much enjoyment from them. So yeah, maybe Fiorentina career mode is the move. We'll see. Have I seen the new Barca kit? I think it's really bad. I have not. But I think this is the starting 11 we'll roll with. Mavi probably gets the start over Tavares. We'll feature him a little bit. But yeah, I think we're pretty good with the starting 11. Solus will come on later on. Let's get into it. We'll do 4-minute halves, though. See if we can start this season with a win the Coupe Nationale. Or sorry, the Trophy de Champions. Fiorentina is like underdogs of Serie A, so I think it's better to go for Fiorentina. Yeah, I think that would be the one of the advantages. Like, they have some name recognition because they've got like the likes of Ribéry. But I'm interested to see like what everyone's gonna say, because you know, not everyone's gonna go ahead and comment in the live streams and comment on the videos. So I think allowing people to vote in the poll is important for me too. Because I understand not everyone's going to leave comments. But I want to make sure we're doing a career mode that, you know, I think if there's enough interest for Fiorentina, then I'm down for it. But I think I can make an AC Milan career mode pretty good. So we'll see. Let's see if Cordova can get some goals already. I was away for a little while. Did I sign Dolberg? No, not yet. We're still waiting on a full scouting report. All right, Amavi, make your run. Play him through. Sending a cross here to the far post. It's too easy for Bazor, guys. It's just too easy. He scores in the Champions League final. He scores the first goal of the season as well. Recall Chiesa in your Fiorentina career mode. Yeah, if they got Chiesa, I know he's a pretty promising talent. He's at Juve, right? On loan. What a goal for Bazor, and what a cross from Amavi as well. The curve on that one. Tucking it into the corner. That's not the fake shot I wanted to do. I'll say PSG are kind of tough to score against. Like, when we played them last season, the reason we won the matches is because we scored goals so early on. You can see the press that they're doing is just ridiculous, man. It makes them easy to get scored against on the counter like this. Bazor again. He's going to play this one out wide to say Maximan. Great ball. Decent touch. Needs to be a far post shot. Bazor! Oh, almost gets the rebound. Should do an Atlanta Career Mode, but in the Premier League. We're talking about Atlanta United. Yeah, I want to do some more MLS content this summer. I think interest in MLS is definitely going to go up with probably after the Euros, when you have a little break in football. Like, those top leagues haven't started yet. Say Mox. Time finish. Ooh. Tomiyasu, what are you doing this far up? You should not. You don't belong here. Tomiyasu just wants to get in on the goal scoring action, man. There you go. Good tackle. Look at Cordova. He's already there. He's played through. Oh, he gets bumped by Kimpembe. Or Konza, actually. Oh, that's a very fortunate bounce. I thought we were going to lock onto that. He's off, I think. Watch the Hometown Heroes in Euro 2016 videos. Yeah, that is a throwback. Arguably the biggest collaboration in terms of like career mode content creators. I know the online career mode saves is also up there, but I think the Hometown Heroes back in 2016, that had like, I don't know, I think like 12 content creators. But yeah, that was a fun series. Likes of Niran, B Ford, Gardy, who actually organized the whole thing. T-Ray all day. Who else? Tim, iGame in HD, he was in that series. All right, second half. I'll bring on Solus around the 60th minute or so. I think we're looking pretty good here in the Trophy de Champions. My mind is honestly on the Serie A save. I'm really curious to see what the poll's going to say. I'll say this, like, if you guys want to see a Fiorentina save, you have to come in strong with the poll. While I agree it would be a good career mode, I just need to make sure that the interest is there for that. Because I think if it has that initial interest there, then YouTube will help me out, you know, do me a solid and recommend the series. Too easy. Oh, too early on the commentary there. I was saying too easy, too early. I'm going to do Serie A on PS5. I like playing on PS5 for career modes because I get a little bit of stutter on PC FIFA. I don't know if my specs just aren't good enough, or maybe PC FIFA is just not what it should be, but yeah, I think stay tuned around 11 o'clock for me. So at the next hour mark, the community post will hopefully be going live if I can get the graphic done. This time Hernandez is not going to get the shot off. Good ball from Mbappe to find Ferran Torres. They're going to cross this. Oh, Chiletatsar, what a block. Oh, really on his near post. All right. 30 minutes to go. I was talking how I want to make subs at the 60th minute. Dude, Chiletatsar legit blocked that off of his, I think, his back. Just watching that on replay right now. All right. Milik off, Solus on. Who do you guys want to see? Maybe Nuno Tavares for a Mobby? Yeah, why not? One more sub. Let's do a Fenu. Let's get this winner. I don't want to go to penalty kicks against PSG. Really on the near post, man. That's one area he's not great. Kick saves, he's amazing though. Yeah, I do need to set up a network to find a better goalkeeper, honestly. Oh, Hernandez. Go on. Hernandez. He just runs by defenses, man. What was it? I think it was the Coupe Nationale. No, the Trophy de Coupe Nationale, yeah. Coupe Nationale final against Lyon. Both of the goals were basically from Hernandez. He's just able to run by defenses now. He's too good. Because he can do things like this. His dribbling, his agility. It's just too good, man. Speaking of Alban Lafont, wasn't he on loan at Fiorentina last season? I feel like they had some decent players last year. All right, 15 minutes to go. Let's get this winner. Come on. I'm not trying to go to penalty kicks to close out the stream, although I feel confident that we can win. I don't know what it is. Even if on the training drills, we only got a B grade. Here we go. Hernandez. That burst of pace. Is he going to go coast to coast? No. Play 1-2 though. Heavy touch. Milik. Oh, it's Solis actually who got subbed on. 82nd minute goal. Perfect pass from Hernandez. The community post is not live because it hasn't been made yet. At the next hour mark. Stay tuned for it. So for me, it's 11 o'clock. For you guys in the UK, I think that's 7. This is the final match of the stream, so I'm going to save after the stream, and then we'll try to make some more signings in the next episode. What a finish, though, by Solis. Curving away from the keeper. Low-key, I would do a Photoshop stream for you guys, but nah, I'm not going to bore you guys with that. I'm not an entertaining Photoshop content creator. Look at Keylor Navas there with the trickery. Just about worked for him. Afenu with the flick up. That should be it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's how you start off a season. PSG, just no match for us now. Yeah, you guys are waiting, indeed. Now, my question though about Fiorentina, what are the storylines that you guys would want to build in that? Just like with them being underdogs? I would need to have to look at some realistic transfers though. Are they like known for their youth academy? Yo, Dragossi has a beard now. I'm looking him up on Transfermarkt. He has a beard now. Let's see. Record players at Fiorentina. I want to see who has the most goals. Gabriel Batistuta is up there. Luca Toni. Didn't know he played for Fiorentina. Stefan Jovetic. Ilicic used to play at Fiorentina. That's interesting. Let me take a look at their youth academy as well. Juan Cuadrado, Bernadeschi, Luca Toni, Jovetic, Veretout. Yeah, it's an interesting career mode, guys. used to have Fabrizio Micoli. Let me see. Can I show the PSG team again? Yeah, give me a second. Yeah, Goose, still going strong. The last year I've been uploading quite a bit. What about Fiorentina? I'm just asking like what sort of storylines we would build in that save. I'm just trying to get my head around it, because I think they've got some things going for them. The purple kits obviously seems to be a selling point. But I'm just trying to think out like how we would want to structure that career mode. I think bringing back old players like Jovetic would be good. Here's a look at the PSG team. I mean, they've signed Kamavinga now. It's impressive. Yeah, I mean, it's a good team. Need a little bit of work at goalkeeper, in my opinion. Biela's pretty good, to be fair. All right. Well, I think I'm gonna sign off there, guys. Get started on the graphic that for the poll. Stay tuned for that. And yeah, you guys are gonna help me decide the next career mode. It's either AC Milan or Fiorentina. Those are the two picks. But I appreciate you guys stopping by for the live stream. It was a lot of fun with Marseille. I think we'll continue it for sure. And we'll kind of see how it goes. I'm curious how the results are going to be. I'm curious how it's going to go. But I'll make a post over on Instagram too. So the poll's going to be here on my community page. So if you guys don't know how to get to that, just go to my channel, and then there's a tab called community. So just click on that at the hour mark in 50 minutes or so. And then go ahead and vote on who you want the next career mode save to be. I'll also make a post on my Instagram, which, if you guys aren't following me already, links in the description. So, yeah, all you guys that are hoping for Fiorentina, we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm going to sign off there, guys. Hope you guys have a good weekend. And yeah, we'll see how things go for the next career mode. But I'll catch you all later. Have a good one. Stay safe. Talk to you soon.